Hello and welcome to today's video. I've got a really exciting video for us today. Trust me, it's exciting. Today's video, I'm going to be showcasing two of the guitars from my collection. Today's guitars happen to both be electric guitars, and they both happen to be Gibson Les Pauls. That's right, Gibson. Made in USA, baby. All right, so first guitar. The first guitar I have right here, and it's my Gibson Les Paul. It's from 1960, or sorry, I'm going to cut that out. All right. This guitar is from 1986, and the reason why I went with an 86 versus something earlier from the 80s or 70s, which are significantly cheaper than buying a 60s Gibson Les Paul. And that's significantly less expensive. All right. So the reason, one of the main reasons was because of the fact that it's less expensive. Another reason I went with the 80s instead of the 70s Les Pauls is because the 70s Les Pauls in the back here, they have this little flute thing. You'll notice that, and you'll also notice a lot of them have a three-piece neck, which this one only has the one piece, so it's more like the traditional build of the original 60 Les Paul from the 60s. Another thing that you would notice on the 70s Les Pauls that you won't notice on these is that it's a two-piece back, and that's like a thick piece of wood here, mahogany. If you see the Les Pauls from the 70s, you'll see that they have little like lines along the side of the back here, and that's because they used three separate pieces of wood, and then they just stuck them together to sort of laminate them into one chunk. And I prefer, you know, just having less glue in my guitar and more solid pieces of wood. So I prefer this with the two-piece back and then the two-piece front made out of, what is this? Maple, I believe. Is that right? Maple? Yes. And this one has actually quite a nice flame on it there, as you can see. So we're going to be playing this through my Fender Princeton with the Greenback speaker. And I'm going to be playing it through an overdrive pedal here. And the overdrive pedal I'm using today is the Boss OD3. I think it's kind of a under the radar pedal. A lot of people don't know about it and how good of a pedal it really is. So that's right. We're gonna learn today. We're gonna learn. All right. All right, so I'm going to start with the neck pickup. Actually, I'll start with the bridge pickup, and I'll do about volume 4, and we can see what that sounds like through the overdrive. Are you ready? Alright, so I'm going to turn the volume up now to 10. The overdrive pedal is, the drive is at 3 o'clock level. I have that at 6 o'clock, and the tone is a little bit before noon here. Alright, you can hear a significant amount of more compression and saturation now that I've turned the volume up. So here, we'll turn it back down to like 1. Sounds like it's almost like a clean, with a little bit of hair on it there. Alright, now we're going to turn it up to 10. So that was the bridge pickup. We're going to switch over to the neck pickup. I'm going to start with it at about 4 o'clock here. Or volume 4. Sorry about that. So you can notice this pickup's a lot creamier. And what I've noticed on this guitar in particular, just listen, if I turn up the volume, it seems like this pickup is unpotted, so I can really hear when I'm touching it versus it has more harmonics to it. I feel that it just picks up more of the room. It's more microphonic. So let's hear what this bad boy sounds like on volume 4. So that was volume 4. We're going to turn the volume up now. We're going to kick it up a notch. That one's for you, buddy. That one's for you. All right. Volume 10. It's about to get nice and crusty in here. and a little bit of history about this guitar. So I bought this guitar off of Kijiji. I went and checked it out at a local bar where they were having some music. There's like a band playing and like a open mic night. And the guitar had just the greatest looking little flame top on there that I just had to have it. And it was the wine red color that I really like. It's a classic kind of 80s Gibson vibe off of this guitar. And all right, so we'll be back. I'm going to grab my other guitar, and then we're going to take a look at that. Okay, we're back. I've got my other Gibson Les Paul that I wanted to show off today, and this is a slightly more of a rare kind of guitar. You don't see these pop up very often. At second glance, you'd probably think that this was a PRS Santana guitar, and it does have that vibe. The original PRS Santana, they were trying to go for a Gibson Les Paul Jr. Style, because that's the style of guitar that he enjoyed to play, and I can see why. It's a really enjoyable shape, and it lets you get up to the higher notes, which you can sometimes have trouble with the standard Les Paul, where it has the wood that comes up to like about here, so it's a really thick kind of body, so it gets really hard to get up to these notes. This kind of alleviates that with the double cutaway. The only downside that I find to the double cutaway is that they had to move this pickup here further this way, so it's a little bit closer to the bridge pickup than on the standard Les Paul. So it's gonna not be as good for picking up the volume, because the location where that pickup is on the Les Paul is a sweet spot. So they had to move it off of that a slight little bit, so it's going to give it a slightly less volume and the tones that you're really looking for, but it's not really that noticeable because it's only a tiny little bit of space that they moved it anyways. And just check out the top on this bad boy. Look at this. Now that is the best flame top that I've ever owned. It's really three-dimensional. If you move it around, it starts like waving and popping in certain spots. And I really love the thin layer of nitro cellulose. My nitro buddies will understand the love of nitro. And another great thing about this guitar, it's got this little divot cut out right here. So when you hold it up against your body, it's a little bit thinner here than the standard Les Paul. That makes it quite a bit more comfortable when you've got it up against your body like this. It just tucks right in here real nice. Alright, so we're going to start with the bridge pickup, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but this guitar only has a volume and a tone knob, so they're shared between the two, so you can't really do effects like moving with this thing where you have the volume up on one and down on the other one. You can't really do those cutouts or anything, but it's the price we're willing to pay for such a light, beautiful little guitar here. Alright, so volume on 4 on the bridge pickup, and that's with the OD3. this guitar has hotter pickups than the other one. It might be because of its age. This guitar is 20 years newer than the other guitar, so maybe the magnets have lost their power over the years. Could be. Anyways, I'm going to turn it up to 10 now. Get some real distortion going. Here we go. Hear that? Nice. So we're going to switch over to the neck pickup, and I'm going to go to volume 4 again for that, and we'll see what that sounds like. I'm assuming creamier. Nice and creamy. Sustain, because I sure can, and I love it. I'm a fan of sustain. That's one of the main reasons why I play the Gibson Les Paul, because of its ability to sustain the note. Just listen to this. Still going. All right, so that was my 2 of the guitars from my guitar collection. We'll do another video of these, and I'll show off more of my guitars. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I had fun making this video to Did you have fun watching it? I hope so. All right. See you later.